Hey guys, I'm going to read The Deep Sea Survival to you. It can be found on page 92. Now, as I'm reading it, I'm going to be asking you to annotate the text. So, what that means is that you are going to be highlighting. So, you'll need to make sure you have a pencil or a marker. So, if you need to pause the video to grab that, please pause it. Okay, so now that you have your items, I'm going to read it and I want you to have your book open and you are actively working. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to read The Deep Sea Survival and I'll try to highlight it so you know exactly where I'm at. In paragraph 1, in deep, dark ocean waters, a strange looking fish searches for something to eat. As it nears its prey, it turns on its headlights. Yes, the black dragonfish has actual lights on the side of its head to help it see. It also has a wide mouth that is full of sharp teeth. Even its tongue has teeth. Whoa. Paragraph 2. People used to think that nothing could live on the ocean floor or in the deepest water. Wow, were they ever wrong about that? They thought it was much too dark and cold for anything to survive, but it is still filled with life. It's a habitat for thousands of kinds of animals. They have unusual features that allow them to survive in this very cold, very dark place where food can be hard to find. The deep sea starts at 650 feet, 200 meters below the water surface. Deeper than that, the light starts to fade. Notice fade means loss of brightness. It means that it's losing its color. At 3,280 feet, or 1,000 meters below the surface, there's no sunlight at all. Living in darkness would be difficult without the right tools, yet these animals survive in the deepest waters. Please get your pencil ready. We are going to think about the stop and discuss question. Which statement is true? You're going to either choose the box, and then we're going to go back and underline it, okay? Animals cannot survive in the deep sea. Many animals live in the deep sea. Okay? Let's underline the key details that support your response. Now, let's go to paragraph 2. Okay? We're going to go to paragraph 2, and we're going to underline where we think we see the support to one of these questions. People used to think that nothing could live on the ocean floor or in the deepest water. Wow, were they ever wrong about that? They thought it was much too dark and cold for anything to survive, but it's still filled with life. Okay, so I want you to highlight that sentence. They thought it was much too dark and cold for anything to survive, but it's still filled with life. So we're going to say that many animals live in the deep sea. By highlighting, they thought it was much too dark and cold for anything to survive, but it's still filled with life. It's a habitat for thousands of kinds of animals. Could you highlight that sentence? Please pause the video and highlight that sentence. I'm moving on. Now I'm on the next page. I'm on paragraph 4. Making lights, that's where I'm at right now. Making light is an important feature for survival. About 9 out of 10 of deep sea animals make their own light. They use that light both to find food and to avoid being eaten. The anglerfish, for example, has a thin rod with a glowing tip attached to its head. The light from the glowing tip attracts prey, as animals' light can be used for protection too. Some deep sea squid squirt out a glowing cloud of liquid light when attacked. This confuses the predator while the squid escapes. I'm going on to paragraph 5. Another feature that helps survival is adjusting to the cold water. So adjusting means to change. No sun means the water is near freezing. But this isn't a problem for deep sea animals. Their bodies are built for living in cold temperatures. Cold water has more oxygen in it than warm water. Oxygen is needed for most life on the earth to survive and grow. The animals don't move much because the water is very cold, so their bodies have extra oxygen. The extra oxygen makes some animals grow bigger. The deep sea spider can grow as large as a dinner plate. Whoa. Okay, get your pencils ready. we're going to highlight some evidence in the text to help us answer this question. How does making their own light help animals survive in the deep sea? Again, turn that question around. Making their own light helps animals survive by, let's go back in the text. How does making their own light help animals survive in the deep sea? Well, I see the word light right here, so I know that my answer is going to be in paragraph 4. Making light is an important feature for survival. About 9 out of 10 deep sea animals make their own light. Still not the answer, though. Let's keep finding. They use that light both to find food and to avoid being eaten. Oh, so sometimes they use that light to both find food and to avoid being eaten. Excellent. So that's what you're going to definitely highlight in the text. Pause the video and underline that text. We're moving on to the next page. Last page. Okay, we're on paragraph 6. Animals that survive in the deep sea have features to help them find and catch food, and prey are hard to find. Animals that eat other animals can't afford to miss when they bite at something. They need to be able to catch and hold on to their prey as they find it. As a result, many have developed their huge mouths and long, sharp teeth. The gulper eel has a mouth so big it can swallow prey as big as itself. Wow. Paragraph 7. Surviving in the deep also means not getting eaten. What the animals look like plays an important part in survival, too. Some animals, like jellyfish, have clear bodies that make them almost invisible. Others have dark skin that helps them blend into their surroundings. Scientists still have a lot to learn about life in the deep sea, but for millions of creatures, this mysterious place is home. Now, let's go in the text and let's find this answer right here. What features help jellyfish keep them from being eaten? Let's go back and let's see. Jellyfish. I see the word jellyfish. Maybe my answer's right next to it. They have clear bodies that make them almost invisible. Wow. So let's look at my options. Sharp teeth? Nope, I'm going to get rid of it. That's not the right answer. Clear bodies? Clear bodies. Notice how they're the exact same. I'm going to use my evidence in the text to say, yep, that's the answer. And I didn't see anything about thin rods, so I'm going to go ahead and cross that out as well. Pause the video, underline, and answer your text. Now, here's the second part. We've been talking about what the word main idea means. And main idea is something important that the author wants readers to understand. And key details are important information that tell about the main idea. We're going to use the word what's recounting, and recount means to retell the key details to help you understand the main idea. Now we're going to go back, and you're going to go back and you're going to try to reread paragraphs 4 through 7. We're going to look for key details about each animal's feature. We're going to write those key details in the chart. You're going to go back in the text and you're going to find where it talks about anglerfish, deep sea squid, deep sea spider, gulper eel, and jellyfish. Here's what I would like for you to do. You're going to pick one of these animals and you are going to find key details. So if we know a lot about the anglerfish, so if I were to choose one, I would choose the anglerfish because we've read about it before. And I thought it was really interesting about this deep sea spider because it can be as big as a dinner plate. So already I'm going back and reminding myself. So you're going to go back and you're going to find these words in the magnetic text and you are going to tell me about it in your own words. Okay, so when you're finished, please make sure you show your teacher so that way they know that you have completed the task.